Google Drive houses all of your files that you have made through Google Apps or any files you have added. To add files to Google Drive, click the New button. And you can add a new folder. You can upload a file off your computer's drives. You can upload an entire folder of items, or you can create a new item from Google. There's also the More option. Further along the side, you have your priority inbox. In your priority inbox, Google at the top will be predicting your behavior. These are items that you have recently used or items that you frequently use, and Google is predicting what it thinks you will need for the day. You can create workspaces. I have a daily workspace for items that I use frequently, but you can create other workspaces. You could create a workspace for the particular unit you are working on and put the items that you will need for that unit into the workspace. You could also create a workspace for items that pertain to different subject areas for elementary, such as math, English, science. So you can create these workspaces and house all the items that go along with that. As you can see, Google's also predicting my behavior here of things it thinks should go on this workspace. But if those are not the items, you can click this search button and search for different items that you'd like to put on this workspace. Let's say I am working on math skills. And we're going to have this one on this workspace, and also let me scroll down. Let's find another one that would go on this workspace. And then insert, and now those two items will be on that workspace after I click the Done button. Next, you have My Drive. At the top, you have your quick access. This is Google predicting your behavior of what you have recently opened, or at the beginning of the day, what it thinks you'll need for the day. You can turn off the quick access in settings, and we will talk about that. Further down in My Drive are your folders if you have created folders, and we will talk about how to color the folders and put emojis and how to organize those folders. And then below that, you have all of your files that are not organized into folders. In your shared drive, these are drives that are shared between different Google users. So you can make a shared drive, and everything that's in the shared drive shares ownership between the owners of the drive. In your shared with me, once again, Google predicts items or people that you frequently share with, and will put those at the top and recently shared items. You also will have items that have been shared with you. If you are using Google Classroom, you will probably have a lot of shared with me items. And honestly, I ignore my share with me folder. It's just an organization by Google of how it operates. But if there is something in the shared with me folder that you do not want to lose, right-click on the item, and you can create a shortcut and put it in your drive, or you can make a copy and you will become the owner of the item. You can also locate these options when you click on it by going to the three dots up here at the top. We'll talk more about these different options further in the video. Your recent folder I use frequently because these are the most recent things that I was working on. If I accidentally close it and want to come back to that item, I can quickly find it here in my recents. Your starred folder are items that you have placed a star on. You can use the starred folder for to-do items, things you're still working on, or quick access. I use mine for quick access. These are things I'm constantly trying to find and digging through my drive, and for some reason can never locate them, but use them throughout the school year constantly. So I've placed a star on them. If you have items in your starred folder you do not want anymore, you can right-click on them and remove from starred, or once again, click the three dots and remove from starred, or an easy shortcut is to click on the item and click the S button. I'm going to find one I really don't want to have in my starred folder anymore. Click the S button, and that will remove the item from your starred. This also works on items in your drive that you want in your starred folder. If you click on the item and click the S on your keyboard, it will move it to the starred folder for you without having to right-click on it and find the starred option. Finally, we have the trash. And the trash is something that you want permanently deleted. Don't use the trash as archived because it will start to delete them. So don't use it as an archived folder that you just want out of your drive. Remember, it will become permanently deleted. Let's go back to my drive. In my drive, we also have the settings wheel. And if you go into your settings, you have some options. This one converts uploaded files to Google Docs. So if you import a Microsoft Word document to Google Drive, it will automatically convert it to a Google Doc. It will do the same for PowerPoints to Google Slides. If you have internet that is not that stable, you can create, open, and edit Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides while you're offline. And then once the device connects to internet, it will upload your items. You can also choose the density of your Google Drive. Do you want things to be really close together or spread apart? These are similar to what you would choose in your Gmail. We also have suggestions. Do you want those quick access? Do you want Google predicting your behavior and giving you quick access to items you use frequently or items that you had just opened? Do you want the same in your shared with me folder? Do you want the people that share with you a lot to be at the top with the items they have recently shared? You can also make your priority your default homepage when you go to drive.google.com. Do you want to come to the priority as the default? We also have notifications. Do you want browser notifications, a little pop-up box, when someone has shared something with you, someone requests access, or if someone comments or suggests on a Google Doc or slide or sheet? You can also receive email updates about things happening in your drive, such as comments, requests for access, or newly shared items. However, if you're having your students collaborate on an item like a Google slideshow, you might want to turn off the email feature so you don't get an email every time a student makes a comment on that item.